All right, ladies and gents, Handyman back again. I've got this mower, the second one I was fooling with. Went ahead and just tied a knot in there for right now. I wasn't finna look around too long, it was getting dark, so I just put a little knot and I didn't even really retension it, so that wouldn't try to, pull in on me. I don't need but a little bit to try to pull it. I did get this to rock that down and I guess break free a little bit. So I put a zip tie on that to hold that. And while I was at it, went ahead and took the carb off because it was just filthy on the outside or whatnot. Took the bottom bowl off and like I said, sprayed it out a little bit. Wasn't too bad. It's that old stinky gas I really smell. So I ran out of gas today in my jug. Kind of borrowed a little bit from another mower just to see. Like I said, the sun going down. It took me about 15 minutes since the last video to get this thing straightened out. Got a little gas in it, and we're gonna pull this thing off to see what it does now. So I'm gonna grab my glove. That'll help my hand. Callus is a crap. See if I spray it to help it jump off. Wasn't that bad at all. I seen a little bit of, I guess, water shoot out of the exhaust, so same scenario, a little water got in there on it, but you sitting there running like a champ with no smoke or anything. Like I say, running a little high now. I don't have a filter in it. As you can see, an air filter. First time it's running since I had it, so I'm just letting it run around wild with the little gas that's in it. And of course, right before it run out of gas, this is what we do: take our zip tie, slide it to the side, and the brake will come off, and stop it. Then I try to restart it again and see if it'll start right back up for it. But right now, like I said, that's a pretty solid mower. The only thing it needs to be is a little TLC, and we can work with it. About to get ready to shut it down anyway because I don't know how much. Well, I took a little oil, wasn't much in it, so I shut it down. But as you can see, it does and will run. So had to clip that zip tie. I put it just a hair too tight to get it to slide the way I want it to. Let's see if it'll fire back up. Well, she probably would if I had a, let's see. The filter on these mowers is what helps assist to pull that vacuum of gas in there. And like I said, this filter right here is roached. But what I'm gonna do is put it on there to like suffocate the outside. Same thing as a rag. If you were to take a rag such as this and smother that hole out right there, the vacuum would still try to pull gas inward, you know, to get it to fire and crank, you know what I mean? So that's essentially the same thing. This is, like I said, the vacuum comes from the engine here and in there, where this helps push it actually through there. And then, like I said, you got your air, your vacuum, and all that. It works together. But we're going to retry that. Try not to get any dirt or anything in there. We just clean that carburetor. Like I said, the filter's on the outside, so it shouldn't pull anything in, but that'll kind of starve it for air to help pull some fuel in, see if she pop back off. And I know that's the only issue. I just need to get a new fuel filter to go on it. I have to use this rag to tie that handle. Well, let me show you. I might be able to do it with my hand. She's not getting on air, so as you can see, it did fire up with just a squirt of gas, and it'll stay running on its own power, which means it is getting fuel. I could have let it run a little longer to test to see if that gas was up, but you can see how long it ran a minute ago. It was running off its own power from what's in the you know, in the fuel. So still the same issue. Once we get a new air filter on there, because that thing was just stopped up. Like I said, if I would have smothered it and took my hand off at the same time, then of course it would have popped off. That's why I should have showed you. Just choked it the first time, show you where it pulled air into there. Let's see if it'll do that. What I'm show you what I'm talking about. Got the filter here. Not crank. No crank. Put filter on. Just like a choke. Pull. Pull. Take off the choke. Should have rain. So we got to dig a little deeper and see why she's not picking up that fuel, because that should have popped off. Like I said, we're gonna have to take a little deeper look at that carburetor. We still got to get another air filter, but as you can see, we got it running more in a matter of, you know, about 15 minutes taking to check it out. That's where we're at right now. We're gonna call it a night, dig back a little deeper into this thing tomorrow, get it finished up, and you know, it'll be a done deal. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Thank you, and y'all have a good evening. Handyman out of here.